I definitely understand when people are sensitive when it comes to talking about things that have to do with our borders of the United States and protecting our borders and the borders not really being secure and stuff like that. I understand that people have concerns on both sides of that fence, no pun intended. But I will tell you guys this. You know, as much as people might not like our previous president, I ain't going to even say his name because I ain't trying to kick up no dust right now. I did like his policy on trying to strengthen our borders. And this is an example of why we need to enforce the policies that are on the books. Because when you don't, God knows what's going to happen, man. But let me give you guys a disclaimer real quick before I talk about this story. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And I'm getting this story today from people.com, so thank you for the article. The girl that you guys see on the left-hand side of the screen, 16 years old, she was a cheerleader and she was found dead, and you guessed it, in a bathtub. What is it with people, death, and murder in bathtubs? I just don't get it. She was found stabbed to death according to multiple reports. Her name, 16-year-old Lizbeth Medina, was found by her mother in the apartment they shared in Etna, Texas. So Texas taking an L for this one, according to the city's police department. Rafael Govia Romero, 23 years old, that criminal on the right-hand side, that person that is illegal, was arrested Saturday and charged with capital murder. And you guys know what comes with capital murder, especially here in Texas. Etna Police Chief Rick Boone told the news that Medina was stabbed to death. Lisbeth's aunt, Anna Medina, also previously told the news that her niece was found with stab wounds by her mother, Jacqueline. And I can almost guarantee you guys there was more going on there than just stab wounds. You see, that's a beautiful girl. Let's not act like we don't have eyes and see that young girl's a beautiful girl. And I can almost guarantee you she put up a fight, which is absolutely ridiculous. She shouldn't have had to. It's just ridiculous. She was a cheerleader at Edna High School and was supposed to be at a Christmas parade with her cheer squad that night, Jacqueline told the news. Anna told the outlet that Elizabeth and her mother had just moved to Texas from Nebraska about a year and a half ago. It's not immediately clear if Romero has retained an attorney or has entered a plea. Authorities said that he is an undocumented person in the country on an expired visa, according to ABC 13. ICE has placed a detainer on Romero. Police claim that they seized a vehicle and other evidence that allegedly connects Romero to the murder. Anna Medina started a GoFundMe, and I'll pull that up for you guys here in just a second. They started a GoFundMe to raise money for her family and wrote that her niece was loved by many, but most importantly, she is loved and will be greatly missed by the family she leaves behind. So she asked on her GoFundMe for $17,467, which is a very specific amount. Very specific amount. So I'm assuming that's exactly what she needed, what she was asking for. So this is the GoFundMe. And I mean, no disrespect to the family. I'm not against GoFundMe. I just want us to have a better plan for the inevitable and for our people. I believe in life insurance. It's there for a reason, and I think that we should invest in life insurance rather than hoping for crowdfunding, hoping that if something happens that your story is big enough that people will see it circulated and want to donate to your GoFundMe. Because what do you do if you don't? What if people don't donate to the GoFundMe? Then what do we do? $17,000 $467, and they raised $23,352 in 3 days. So they've already gone over that goal. And I've told people that before. If you put a goal, more people, if they want to, they can go over that goal and exceed it. So there you go. Let me give you guys the fair usage, and we'll go from there. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. If you guys would, do me a favor and click that thumbs up. You already know the routine. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this story. Again, I think that this is a failure on our country in some sense. And a lot of people might not even know that Texas at one point was its own separate country. But we're part of the United States. And I think with us being a part of the United States, we have a big problem with borders and undocumented people and not having people here legally. That is a huge problem in itself. Why are people here illegally? So if it's okay for people to be here illegally, what's the point of the law if we're just going to skirt the damn law? All right.
Now to that chilling case of a young teenager found dead in her home. Edna police have arrested 23-year-old Rafael Govea Romero and charged him with capital murder for the death of 16-year-old Lisbeth Medina. Romero was arrested this week, 4 days after Medina's mother found her dead in their apartment in Edna, Texas, which is close to Victoria. Her mom went looking for her, and after she didn't show up to the Christmas parade where she was supposed to perform. Texas DPS records state Romero is an undocumented migrant from Mexico, and Edna police say they found him in Schulenburg, which is an hour away from Edna.
Hello, everybody.
We are learning how an Edna High School cheerleader was murdered in cold blood. We've been following this case for several days now. Ugochi Iloka with more on the murder and how the suspected killer was captured.
The Edna police chief shared that 16-year-old Lisbeth Medina was stabbed to death in her own home. Right now, the man accused of her killing is in the Jackson County Jail, being held on a $2 million bond. Rafael Govea Romero is charged with murder in Medina's death. The Texas Rangers and Edna police arrested Romero Sunday morning in Schulenburg, which is about an hour away from Edna. Investigators identified Romero as a person of interest when he, along with his car, was spotted on surveillance camera near the crime scene. Edna PD says his car was tracked down at a residence where he was staying. Now, Medina's mom, Jacqueline, says she found her daughter dead in a bathtub inside their apartment last Tuesday. Today, the police chief says he, along with his officers, are processing Romero's car and the items inside of it connected to the 16-year-old's death.
Fund me to pay for funeral.
And now to our top news story tonight, a murder that...
We begin with an arrest in the murder of a teenager in Edna. Hello again, everyone. I'm Tom Abrams. Thanks for being with us on this Sunday. Lisbeth Medina was found dead in her bathtub by her mother on Tuesday. ABC 13 reporter Daniela Hurtado joins us live now with the update today on this case. Daniela?
Tom, I got to speak to the family of Lisbeth Medina earlier today. Her aunt tells me they don't know the suspect, the man accused of killing this teenager. So there's still a lot of questions on this tragic situation. I'm going to take you to a photo now that the police department has released to us. This is Rafael Govea Romero. The Edna Police Department confirmed he was arrested for capital murder in connection to Medina's death. Police.
I know that video is a little bit hard to hear. I'll try to maybe fix the audio on it later. But again, RIP to that young woman, to that young girl. Definitely sorry to the mother that she had to deal with this. But the fact that, you know, you just have people with the horrible mentality of just thinking like, if you have it and I want it, I'm just going to take it. You know what I'm saying? It's just flat out inexcusable. And people like that don't need to be on our earth, and they goddamn sure don't need to be in our country. Okay? Undocumented is absolutely ridiculous. Do me a favor. Let me know what you guys think about this story. I just think this is a horrible, horrible tragedy. Shouldn't have happened, okay? Let me know what you guys think about this, okay? Thank you.